Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are as excited to watch the video as I was making it. If you would like to see how I did this slit cut mouth with a little bit of string keeping it together, please keep on watching. So firstly, we're going to start with latex. As you can see, liquid latex has a pretty potent smell to it. It's very strong around the eyes and the nose area, so please be careful. Don't make yourself cough like I did. So using little latex sponge, I'm using liquid latex. That's the white glossy part I am plucking onto my face. I'm just going to dab it all over my face on the areas that I would like the skin to be lifting up. So the liquid latex is creating like a flap of skin. Then using a double ply toilet or tissue, you can take the two layers from each other and tear it into smaller pieces. It's okay if it has jagged ends, and then just sticking it over the sticky part of the latex. And going in with some more liquid latex, you just kind of want to stick it down and get the latex and the paper to become one. Ja, smaak nog felle. And if it tears, don't even worry about it. It doesn't have to be neat. And we're going to be doing 3 layers, so try and patch up as much as you can so that at least every piece of the latex has a piece of paper so that it can be a bit thicker. Layer number 3. Mooi Melissa. She can count, oh my goodness. And then your last layer you can make slightly thicker. As you can see, when latex dries, it's going to have a bit more of a yellowish tint to it instead of white. Pat, 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 pat. I was listening to Hillsong, so I had a bit of a praise party. Please wait for the latex to dry before you start applying powder, otherwise it's going to mess up your brush completely. So the powder is just going to help to get rid of the shine, and it's also going to take away the stick of the latex. And you're just going to be applying powder. After powder, you're going to choose a foundation shade. As you can see, I used a foundation shade which is slightly darker than my actual skin tone. It's because of the tissue being so white. So you really want to cover it up and make it look as skin-like as possible. Blend hom maar die nek af ook. And then you can just set it with powder. I did do 2 layers of foundation. As you can see, krap die neus. Just adding more foundation to blend it in with the skin. Pat, 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 pat. Oh, I wish I could work this fast in real life. Okay, this part, please, caution, be careful. I'm using tweezers to just break through the latex because latex is rubbery. It's slightly harder to do. If you do it with your fingers, you're going to end up ripping the whole thing off of your face, and it is ouch. So then powdering underneath so that you don't end up pulling it off on the edges as well. You can decide how far you want the split or the cut to be. If you want a small cut, you make a small cut. If you want a big one, you make a big one. Please be careful with the scissors and the tweezers, they are sharp. Then using some really sharp tweezers, I poked some holes through the latex that now looks like skin. This is going to be used for the holes where I'm going to be threading through. Going to my injury wheel, I'm going to make the inside of the mouth darker. So I want to make this look like the ouchy part. Like the flesh and the skin that was cut through. It's a bit gross. Ek is jammer. If you do not have an injury wheel, you could always use like a really like maroony shade of lipstick and then red and dark blue and purple eyeshadows. I just used a piece of string I got from a vegetable sake, and I just used that to weave through the little holes. It's easier to use a tweezer because of the rubbery latex. It's not that easy to just put the little string through the hole. Be creative, make a pattern, test out your sewing skills. You do you. Almost poked myself in the face. Look at her do that. Oh my goodness. Then moving on to the fake blood. Afterwards, I noticed that I used slightly too little, so go ham. Add as much fake blood as you would like to make it as gory as you would like it. If you want to be really gross, just slap the blood on. I just want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know if this is something that you would like to try ever. Maybe, maybe not. But I really hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. And then I will see you on to the next video. Bye!
But you make my world so bright. It feels so right. It feels so right. And how will we ever feel that what we've got is real? There's no denying. There's no denying. And how will we